So now that we're done with inking, in this lesson I'm going to show you how I reproduced this comic. This is my original. After I finished it, I realized that I wanted to change a few things, so I did that in Photoshop. For instance, I got rid of the numbers because when you print, the printer has rollers on the sides, and you can't actually print all the way to the edge of the paper. So in Photoshop, I got rid of the numbers, and I kind of bumped some things around. When I printed it out, it looks like this. So here is my first one, and I'm just going to show you how I fold it. This folding technique is often referred to as the hamburger and the hot dog. You fold it once like it's a hamburger this way, then you open it up again, and then you fold it the hot dog bun way. Just make sure that your corners are sort of matching up. And then you're going to fold it 2 more times. Take this edge and you're going to bring it to the center. Fold it like this. And then you're going to do the same thing with this side. So you're going to fold it like this. It's folded into 1/8, and we're going to cut this center part right where the dotted line is. You're just going to cut it all the way to the edge of it. So it's going to kind of look like this, almost like a little mouth. And then you're going to fold it back together, kind of squish it together, press it down. Bring it back to the cover, squish it down, fold it down, and now it's a little book. So we have our cover, we have page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, and then the back cover. If you don't have access to scanning and printing, you can make this book completely on a photocopier. Instead of touching up your work in Photoshop, you can use whiteout and white out all the things that you want to correct. When you're working with a photocopier, it's important to figure out the orientation and the contrast levels. So I recommend just printing 1 or 2 in the beginning. But then once you feel comfortable and you like the way that it looks, then you can print as many as you want. Now I'm going to fold the rest of my copies. One thing that I was thinking is that you can use other things to fold. There's the folding instrument called a bone folder. That's really nice if you're folding a lot. They used to make them out of actual bone, but now they're just plastic. You can use them to fold the paper really nicely and get like really nice crisp lines. I usually just use my hand, but you can even use a pencil. As long as it doesn't rub off on it, like if you're using a crayon or something, obviously you're going to get a color on it. But if you want to fold with the edge of a scissors or something, just to get a really nice crisp line. If you get kind of lazy with your folding, you're going to have things that don't line up perfectly. As you're folding, you just want to make sure that you get the corners matched up as best as you can. So here are the 4 copies that I made. You can make as many as you want. The format is nice because it's really simple to make. It's just a comic made out of 1 piece of paper, but you can give it to anybody. They're really nice to hand out. So remember when you're making these that you can always make more. It's just as easy as putting your original back on the photocopier and making more copies, or going back to your file from Photoshop and printing more copies. In this project, I really wanted it to be in black and white, but in case you want to make it in color, in this next lesson, I'm going to show you how to do it in Photoshop.